How are you, friends? Welcome back to this section, Ruedecito Explore Travel the World. This time we're heading to Las Vegas in the United States to visit one of the most interesting places in Las Vegas, a museum called the Mob Museum. Let's locate it on the map. Okay, this is the museum we're going to visit today. It's a museum in Las Vegas, and you're probably wondering exactly what we can find there. Well, I'm going to give you a quick summary of what you can find here. With a quick Google search, you can see in English, non-profit organization with a mission to advance the public understanding of organized crime's history and impact on American society. In other words, this museum aims to show the public understanding of organized crime history and its impact on American society. So we're going to take a little trip, a short walk to this museum. We're going to start our walk from here, so we're going to take a journey. I'll show you the places we'll pass by, explaining each of the things we're going to see. So I invite you to stay with me for these 10 minutes to see what the streets of Las Vegas are like. We'll set the route on foot, and I'll show you each step we take on this journey. Okay, we start from the Merry Branch Cafe, a cafeteria, a place where we can eat, which is this building here, this small building. You can see right next door there's a job search center, human resources, employment center. So, well, this will be our starting point. You can see it's a wide avenue with vehicles going in both directions and parking spaces. Well, we're in Las Vegas and we're going to start our journey right now. Here you can see a beautiful pickup truck, left-hand drive, a Ford. This vehicle is spectacular. I absolutely love it. Let's continue our journey. We need to turn right at the next intersection, this one here, avoiding this pedestrian who's crossing and staring right at us. We're going to cross through this area, taking a good look at all the buildings around us. Remember, we're in Las Vegas, guys, so don't miss any details in this video. Speaking of details, if you look closely at this vehicle here, it has a spare tire on the back. Something that's not as common as it used to be, since many modern cars no longer come with spare tires. But as you can see, this is a tire for temporary use only. So just a small detail I noticed. And we'll continue our journey through here. Here on the left, on our left, I'm now going to pass by this fantastic sign on the left that says, "Welcome to fabulous Las Vegas." An iconic sign that's very, very extremely famous, especially because, well, it's something that appears in many movies, particularly Hollywood films. And we'll continue our journey here, going straight ahead at this intersection where you can see the crosswalk is quite worn out. There's a small puddle here. It looks like some kind of product they use on the road. They're doing road work in this section, as clearly shown on this traffic sign. We'll continue straight ahead on our journey, heading toward the museum. You can see there's a small hot dog stand here, or at least that's what it looks like. And here, on our right-hand side, you can see a person working with a trash can, carrying what appears to be several cardboard boxes. And here's an entrance to a parking lot, which seems to be, if I'm not mistaken, a casino. Casino and hotel. Okay, this is the parking lot of the casino itself. On our left, you can see a large building. It looks like a residential building. This is probably a hotel. Let's get a little closer. You see several cars parked right in front, and this here says Four Queens. This is probably a hotel. If I click here, we'll know for sure. Four Queens Hotel and Casino. Indeed, guys, it's a hotel. Hotel Casino. It offers casino services. It looks, well, at first glance, with all these lights, quite luxurious and well equipped. Let's see if we can continue down this street, since here you can see that obviously there's no way to pass with the car, with a motor vehicle. So let's see if I can cross on foot through these small corridors that are on both sides. Here we have a McDonald's, by the way. I don't know if you like McDonald's. And we're going to cross over here. Okay, it lets me through. Here's a small display showing images of foods you can try at the Four Queens Hotel. And there's someone crossing too. Let's continue our journey here with more people who are probably coming to visit the hotel or the casino. And you can see we're in what seems to be a huge entertainment and shopping area. Well, it looks like a shopping center with casinos, restaurants, hotels. You can see there are many people around, and it's clearly a very popular spot that usually attracts a lot of visitors. You see a huge casino here. There's also a parking lot sign and Juana Taco restaurant, probably Mexican food. We continue our journey straight ahead. Here you have a souvenir shop where you can buy some gifts or mementos from this leisure and shopping area. And we continue forward with these beautiful views, these palm trees that give a Caribbean image and feeling to our walk. Plus, the sky is completely clear, which makes this a very, very pleasant walk to take. And we continue straight ahead on this pedestrian street. Let's continue a bit further. We're now moving away from this immense leisure and shopping center. Here we already see, well, some people on the street. Here the road appears again. Vehicles parked and already circulating. Here we have a restaurant called Pizza Rock. It seems to be a place that blends pizza and rock music. It fuses everything together in one location. You can see skyscrapers with advertising billboards. Here's a pretty wide street. And we continue our journey straight ahead. We're going to follow this street to the end. Let's keep going. Here, on our left, we have some lovely tables on a terrace. Perhaps it hasn't been the busiest day for this place, as it's completely empty, but it's definitely a beautiful spot worth visiting. It looks like a really cozy place. Here you see on our right another small casino. Vehicles parked on both sides of the street, mostly fast food advertisements. And as you can see, at the end of this street is the museum, the Mob Museum. A museum that, as I mentioned at the beginning of the video, seems focused on bringing us closer to the culture related to criminal history and how it affected American society in the past. I've never actually had the chance to visit this place, but it surely contains authentic works of art and an archive of various criminal organizations and how law enforcement agencies have used their intelligence and skills to stop them. This is the museum. Here our journey ends. This is today's walk. Let's call it that. You can see that it's located, sorry, I just moved the screen a little bit. It's located in a fairly central area of Las Vegas. It's a place that seems pretty quiet. And in this area here, it looks like we can enter what appears to be a parking lot. Indeed, here you can see several places to park your car. This particular vehicle is catching my attention with these images. And we're going to turn here. You can see that many spots are reserved, probably for staff who work at the museum. And here ends our journey. Here's a group of people, probably museum workers, and we'll look at the sign that appears here. The Mob Museum, National Museum of Organized Crime and Law Enforcement. As you can see, this isn't a museum where you'll find a Da Vinci painting, but it certainly houses archives of great value that are of significant national interest, both for American citizens and for anyone who has access to visit it. So here we conclude our itinerary for today, our journey, this little stroll through the streets of Las Vegas. I hope you enjoyed exploring that leisure and shopping center, how we walked through a hotel with its casino, strolled through an area restricted only for pedestrian use, and finished our visit to this beautiful museum, which is another jewel of the American Empire that surely holds great secrets waiting to be discovered. See you in the next video in our upcoming route. I can't reveal where we'll be going yet, but I hope you'll stay tuned to continue this great adventure. Take care, friends.